one is caring so much about others and the outside world, though the truth is there is an insurmountable lack of care to oneself. You've forgotten yourself and what really matters to you. You've forgotten your heart. You've forgotten your physical body. You've forgotten what you look like. You've forgotten how your eyes shine. You've forgotten your little boy or your little girl inside. Thus neglecting your own child. The versions of yourself that have carried you to where you are. Beautiful souls, it's episode 59, how to stop caring about what others think. Now today's transmission is sensitive, so what we are going to ask you to do is to keep your body soft as you listen, and if it is resonating with you, then stay in what we call a receptive mode, and that is keeping the body soft and as open and in touch with your heart space during the transmission. We are going into insecurities, we are going into lack of care for self, we're going into fears, we are going into the shutting down of the body. Maitreya is going to be sharing what happens when we go into the body of those who have a strong care of how others perceive them. Subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the transmission. I send you love and blessings. Welcome. So in today's transmission, you are asking how you can stop caring about what other people think. So what we are going to do with you today as you listen to this transmission is share with you a few things that come through when we go into somebody's body. Now, when we say we are going into somebody's body, we are working with everything that is vibrational, and that is how we identify discrepancies, disruptions in the energy. The very first thing we want you to know is that inside of the body, when one is being affected by how others perceive them, there is an instability throughout the entire body, top to bottom, root to crown. It's very destabilizing because when one allows for their energy to be consumed by others, what they care, what they think, it prevents your own energy from forming. It prevents your own energy from discovering itself, from building. So instead of moving forward in your own growth and expansion, the individual that is allowing how others perceive them to affect them is suffering from the disease. We call it the disease because it causes unease in the entire system, and it prevents you, it limits you entirely from living. And that's what diseases do. They prevent the healthy formation of life within. So, what is that? That is fear, dear ones. As soon as fear has an opportunity to interact with you, it is very common for people to succumb to fear. Why is that? Because it's often easier to succumb than to strengthen one's own individual self. Now, in order to overcome and to stop caring about what other people think, say, do, and behave around you, with you, to you, you must find out where that fear stemmed from. You didn't come into this life carrying fear of being perceived by another. No. You came into this life as a clear vessel. Everyone comes in as a clean slate. So, firstly, identifying where the roots of the fear came in, you absorbed it, you took it on. Secondly, you made a decision, knowingly or unknowingly, to begin feeding the fear. And as you began to feed the fear, you lost your power. Everyone goes through the same stages. And as you lose your power, you lose your ability to live from strength, courage, determination, motivation, inspiration, energy, life, your own aliveness. And then as that fear grows and as you continue to feed that, your own expansion, your own potential to grow minimizes, it shrinks. You become small because what you have been feeding, which is other people's thoughts about you, it could be micro expressions to you. And as you interact with the world and people, you then continue allowing their thoughts, behaviors, and it's actually what you are thinking of how they are perceiving you, which is a lot of energy, dear ones. So as you continue to give when you don't have enough, you are already dehydrated, but you continue to pour out and feed thoughts of what people might be thinking. There is no evidence, there is no certainty that people are thinking and perceiving you in a certain way. However, imagination runs wild. And when you allow your imagination to run wild, you are using up vital life force. So then what we continue to find in that individual is a place within their bodies. And now this is the part that is different from person to person, because each individual is absorbing insecurities and anything that creates a shutting down inside of their body. Everyone takes this pain, the absorption of this energy from the outside, to then cause them to shrink, to lose power. Everyone takes this in different areas of your body. So then, finding where inside of your body you have held this fear, and where inside of your body you continue to feed the disruption. And you see, lack of care to oneself. One is caring so much about others and the outside world, though the truth is there is an insurmountable lack of care to oneself. You've forgotten yourself and what really matters to you. You've forgotten your heart. You've forgotten your physical body. You've forgotten what you look like. You've forgotten how your eyes shine. You've forgotten your little boy or your little girl inside, how they feel about all of this attention being turned to others and fixating on others, thus neglecting your own child, the versions of yourself that have carried you to where you are. So as you desire to stop caring about what others think, you must start caring about what you think about yourself. That's all that matters. Everything else is a mirror. If you can move the energy, the attention, the focus from others to self and start honoring yourself, to start truly caring about yourself, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your sleep, what you feed yourself, how you are moving your body, which is the essence of moving energy, and having a relationship with all versions of yourself as you have come into this life, from your child self to your teen self, to the self at your 20s, to yourself in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, in your 60s, and so forth. Those characters, all those versions of yourself, are desiring for your love and care, not to be neglected, dear one, not to be rejected, not to be forgotten of. They all still live inside of you. But remember, as you fixate out, you forget those versions of yourself, which are the true characters, who are the true people, who are the true energy that needs your undivided attention, which is care. And that's how you stop caring about what others think. This is how you start moving forwards, dear one. Care for self, and we thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.